Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei metim atah Rav leHoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei metim berachamim rabim, Tzomech noflim v'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umidom elach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hametim. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. We continue in our prayer book on page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. And may all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. We continue with the singing of Shalom Rav, which can be found in our prayer book on page 60.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atah Shalom, Ki atah melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam.
We continue with silent meditation.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
We come now to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah, which can be found in our prayer book for those who have the prayer book on page 242. And I was going to ask, is that right? No, that's not right. But there he goes. Yes, 244. Page 244. I am not going to be taking the Torah into the sanctuary, obviously, because I'm trying to be socially distant from Marla. Rather, I'm going to bring it to the screen so that you can ceremonially touch the Torah with your sidurim, with your hearts, and then I will bring it to the reading stand. So I will ask everyone to please rise at this time while we take the Torah from the ark.
שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
Please be seated. I'm going to switch cameras on you here. It's going to be a little bit harder for the stream, but humor me, we'll make this work. You know, sometimes doing a service with all these cameras and all this, I was telling Marla Friedman, it's sort of like flying an airplane, being a pilot, because I have a lot of controls up here. And instead of being in the pulpit, I'm in the cockpit. Just thought I'd share that with you. So Marla decided to rename me Rabbi Sully. Just saying. All you New Yorkers, all you former New Yorkers, all of you who don't like New Yorkers. Okay, I'll just go on with the Torah service. Our Torah portion that Aaron has for his bar mitzvah portion is Parshat Noach. And it begins by describing Noah's righteousness contrasting with the wickedness of his generation. And as a result of mankind's evil, God brings a flood to destroy every living creature, sparing only Noah and his family and at least one pair of every animal species who live in the ark for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, Aaron tomorrow is going to teach us about the ark and about Noah. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you about how mankind or humankind actually became vegetarians. Actually, they were vegetarians from the Garden of Eden until this Torah portion. And the Torah portion that Michael Stoller is going to read for us tonight is actually going to describe how God gave the word that it was okay to eat animals. But here's the caveat: you cannot eat an animal that is still alive. It has to be fully dead in order for you to eat it. Fascinating. Not everybody knows that this is the Torah portion where we get the choice to be vegan, vegetarian, or carnivore. Or if you're like my children, they will tell you that they are omnivores. And trust me, they really are. But we continue in our prayer book with the blessing of the Torah, which can be found on page 250, or I'm going to share my screen. Whoops, 1 second, my bad. I did something. Hold on, here we go. Oh no, I did something bad. Nope, it's good now. Okay, very good. Ya'amod sarnamin ben lev akiva la'aliyah haTorah. Ya'amod leib Moshe ben Yechiel Shia likro haTorah. So, let me first find you here. Where are you?
I'm right here. Same. I'm on Aaron's screen.
There you are. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You know, it's hard to find people on Zoom sometimes. All right. We are ready for you, Evan.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amim Benatan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Can you hear me, Rabbi?
I can.
All right, here we go.
Okay, yes.
Umere'echa v'hitchem yehi al chol chayat haaretz v'al chol of chashabayim v'chol asher tirmush uv'chol tegei b'chemet nitanu chol remes asher hu chai lachem yehihei liochla kirech natati lachem et chol ach basar binasho damo lo tol chelu.
Yasher Koach.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Landu Torah Emet V'Hayei Olam Ota Betoheinu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to those of our families who are in our community who are ill and in need of healing. We think this evening of Jill Levant, Elwood Frederick Bryan, Rick Westerman, Karen Levinson, Jenna Levinson, Lucy Gleason, Laura Alberton, Nisa Scott, Kai Harrison, Martin Kolber, John Wilkerson, J.D. Mann, Mary Mann, Mark Zellman, Sarah Warch, Robin Channon, Cheryl Barrera, Richard Hoffman, Evan Georgie Johnston, Kathleen Minardi, Margie Sufi, Sheila Alterman, Bridget Bob, Sharon Gutsky, Ronnie Brown, Carol and Larry Nymark, Daniel Bongino, Shelley Valashi, Sharon Holt, Joan Balin, Tommy Wright, and all who suffer, whom we know not by name. Misha Berach Avotenu, Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, ve'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yivarech v'irapeh et kol cholei Yisrael, v'yishlach lahem b'imheira, refuah shlema, refuah tanefesh, refuah taguf, v'nomar, Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor. May God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen. Rachel, you're on.
Okay. The B'nai Mitzvah process starts about a year prior to a student's bar or bat mitzvah date. Even though students don't really start meeting with me until 6 or 7 months before that date, families begin to wake up to the fact that this is really happening when their son or daughter becomes eligible to start signing in for their 13 required services. Tonight, we have a special opportunity to publicly begin one person's B'nai Mitzvah journey. So it is my pleasure to invite Noah Anderson and Aaron Katz to the virtual bima to share in this moment. Noah, are you there, Noah?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good, okay. Noah, you received your prayer book with your school supplies this year. We
Yes.
hope you will use it over the next year and even beyond that to become more familiar with the service in preparation for your big day next year when we read this portion. And Aaron, mazel tov to you on your bar mitzvah. I'm excited to see you become a bar mitzvah tomorrow.
And so, next year, Aaron and Noah will stand here again, hopefully, God willing, together on this bima. And they will ceremonially pass the prayer book, because we won't be social distancing by then, we hope, together to the next person who's going to share this Torah portion, Parshat Noach. Thus, we link tradition and Torah and community together, building and strengthening our Jewish community. And if there's anyone else here who had Parshat Noach as their Torah portion, I invite you to ceremonially rise at this time as I bless our B'nai Mitzvah and our Noah on deck. So I ask everyone to please rise at this time while I ceremonially bless all of you who had Parshat Noach. Yiverechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav eilecha v'yikuneka, Yisa Adonai panav eilecha vayasem lecha shalom, vayasem lecha shalom. Mazal tov to you, and we stay standing as we continue with Vizot HaTorah and Eitz Chaim Hi, and it's going to be interesting. Actually, I'm going to stop the screen share. I'm going to let you watch this. It's going to be interesting to watch me lift, dress, and put away the Torah all by myself. Eric Carmen song, remember? But we're going to try it. So here we go. Ready, Cindy? Go for it. Vizot HaTorah.
Vizot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biyad Moshe. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomchecha meushar derachecha darkei Noam v'chol netivotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashua kadesh yameinu, kadesh yameinu kekedem.
Please be seated. It is my pleasure at this time to invite to our ceremonial bima Helena Lawrence and Elisa Katz. Helena will be leading us in our prayer for Israel, and Elisa will lead us in our prayer for America. Helena, I see Elisa, wonderful, and where's Helena? Do we see Helena? Are you here, Helena?
Yeah, I'm in the yellow room.
Oh, you are. That is a beautiful room. I'm going to add you to our mix. Give me 1 second. I'm going to remove a few of our friends. I'm going to keep the Katz family because, you know, you're kind of honor tonight. And we continue with the prayer for Israel.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fulfillment of joy for all who dwell there.
Amen. And Elisa.
Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and unite the cords of lawlessness, and to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. Share your bread with the hungry, and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing, and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry, and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. We continue now back to our Torah portion. A little bit of learning. Well, we learned about how we all were given the opportunity to be carnivores, omnivores, vegans, and vegetarians. But tonight, I want to focus on something a little more fun, which is our pets. You see, in this pandemic, we have seen a rush of people going out and adopting animals, which is one of the more positive aspects of being kept away from one another, is we have reached out to our furry friends. And so when we were thinking about how to celebrate Parshat Noach, we thought about all the animals on the ark, and we decided it would be a wonderful opportunity to honor our animals, honor our furry friends, our scaled friends, our not-so-furry friends, all the different animals that we have in our community. And so Marla Friedman put out the word to please send in your pet pictures, which her daughter made into a beautiful presentation. Now, this is where the Soli comes in. I have to simultaneously start it on the Zoom and on the stream. So hold that thought, don't move. Let's see how I do, guys. Are you guys ready? Don't try this at home, but we're gonna try this here. All right, here we go. Let's see. Give me 1 second, and we're gonna see how we do. All right.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
And so we continue. Now that we have paid tribute to our furry friends, let's bless them. And so you can hold your animal. You can hold your animal ceremonially, like if it's a fish, don't try getting it out of the fishbowl, But we hold our animals and we say, "Blessed are you, holy source, maker of all living creatures. On the 5th and 6th days of creation, you called forth fish in the sea, birds in the air, and animals on the land. You inspired us to call all animals brothers and sisters. We ask you to bless our animals by the power of your love. Enable them to fully live in praise to your name. May we always praise you for all your beauty in creation. Blessed are you, God, in all of your creatures." And let us say, Amen. We also want to take a moment to remember our loved pets that are not with us. Please understand that the death of a beloved pet is a traumatic experience, and it's important to find an appropriate and meaningful way to mark the death of a pet. But a pet is not the same as a human being, and so we do not say Kaddish for a pet. It's only in contemporary times that humans have formed the type of close emotional ties and bonds with our animals. And so we find that, in the history, we didn't really domesticate our animals. But today, now that we have grown very attached to them, it is also appropriate to mark their loss with some honor and dignity. And so we say, "Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who has blessed us with the companionship of those animals who have crossed over to the Rainbow Bridge. In your wisdom, the gift of companionship has given us love and delight. In your mercy, be with us as we mourn their memory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ha-merashem al briotav. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has mercy upon all of your creatures." And let us say together, Amen. We continue with Cindy's singing the Rainbow Blessing.
What's in a rainbow that makes it so magical? Linking the present to promises of old. Eyes seeking colors, hearts stretching far beyond the heavens, dreams not forgotten, memories unfold. Where there's a rainbow, we thank the Holy One, thinking of promises made long ago. So when we thank you and sing of your miracles, we know that the rainbow is a promise we make too. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zocher habrit v'ne'eman bivrito, v'kayam b'ma'amaro.
We continue our service with Paul Hines giving the announcements.
Hi, I'm Paul Hines. I'm representing the Board of Directors tonight. Welcome to everyone who's joining us. I counted over 50 people on Zoom alone, not too shabby. It's great to see you all here tonight. Thanks, Rabbi Kaznowski, for leading our service, Cindy Michalasi for our music, and Mazel Tov to the Katz family for Aaron's bar mitzvah taking place in our sanctuary tomorrow morning. It's time to order your Mahjong cards for 2021. Last year's Sisterhood received over $340 from the National Mahjong League, which goes back to the congregation through sisterhood activities and gifts. If you have any questions, please contact Deanna Levin. Thanks for participating. Next Friday at 7:30, please join us as we will be honoring our own scholar extraordinaire, Ashley Rose, for his teaching and dedication to Etz Chaim. Zoom information will be included in next week's Shabbat email. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Paul, thank you. Okay, I'd like to share with you some technical difficulties. And so, just bear with me, friends, bear with me. Okay, phew. So, just so you know, again, flying the plane, we were low on fuel, so I had to press the refuel button, but it killed one of my cameras, so this is the only camera we're going to have for now. If that's our biggest problem tonight, it's a good life. So we continue in our prayer book on page 282 as we rise for Aleinu. Cindy?
עלינו לשבח אדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
נאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. And I'm going to, because I'm now this way, I'm going to ask our friend in California, camera person, we're going to stay on the side camera while I do Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to our community and families who have lost loved ones and whose yortzeit we commemorate this Shabbat. We remember Barbara Kazel, grandmother of Cody Garrett, Vivian Shannon, mother-in-law of Robin Shannon, Bernice Ginsler, grandmother of Beverly Eisenhut, Irene Lewis, mother of Alice Trefimo, grandmother of Jan Widmeyer, Anna Steinman, grandmother of Cindy Sawyer, Milton Stoll, father of Susan Schoenberg, Miriam Ben David, mother of Esther Winograd, Dory Blatcher, grandmother of Brett Blatcher, Connie Farber, mother of Neil Farber, Mary Jo Thompson, sister of Kathleen Shapiro, Elizabeth Bonk, mother of Virginia Weiskopf, Seymour Holtzman, father of Linda Sarku, Anna Lux, mother-in-law of Shyla Lux. We also mourn the recent passing of Jean Copeland, wife of Alfred Copeland, mother of Caroline Palmer, grandmother of Beth and John Palmer. Donna Dansker, mother of Julie Kalwat, grandmother of Joey and Rachel Kalwat. And Shirley Sukanik, loving companion of Charles Lunar and one of the founding members of our congregation. She died on her 96th birthday. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as together we recite Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found in our prayer book on page 294. And I ask everyone to please rise at this time. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agalalu v'zman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen.
Ve'imru, Amen. Ve'imru, Amen. Ve'imru, Amen. Ve'imru, Amen.
May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. And let us say together, Amen. You may be seated. Our closing song this evening is Adonai Oz, and we continue in our prayer book on page 333.
Adonai Oz le'amo yitain, Adonai Oz le'amo yitain, Adonai Oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo, Adonai yivarech et amo, Shalom, Adonai yivarech et amo, Shalom, Shalom, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo, Adonai yivarech et amo.
God, your faithfulness reaches to the heaven, your steadfastness to the sky. Your beneficence is like the high mountains, your justice like the great deep. Humanity and beast you deliver, Adonai, from Psalm 36, verse 6 and 7. May all of you and all of our creatures and beasts be blessed with shalom. Shabbat shalom. And now I ask that we continue with a little kiddush, because it's just me and Marla and all of you, so let's sing our blessing together. Cindy, would you like to bless us with Kiddush tonight?
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lamikra'e kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh haShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
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 Shabbat shalom, including a kitty.
Shabbat shalom.
That's everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Bye, Miriam.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Miriam.
Marla, great video.
Say
Bye,
goodbye,
Miriam.
Mr. Gurr. Say goodbye, Tiger.
Bye. Bye. Not working. No.
Did you show Tiger something?
Is it? Wait, hold on a second.